What's going on, gamers? Yeah, there's some stuff to cover on this because we're gonna have to backtrack back to some people who were calling me a liar, doubting me when I told them Final Fantasy VII Remake a while ago was coming to Xbox. They even said it last year too. Certain people didn't want to believe me, and that it's gonna be coming to the Switch as well. As we see, it's running 40 frames per second in handheld mode, which is amazing. There's people spreading information talking about 30. Like, no, it's 40, but docked is different, but yeah, it runs flawless. And now we got the Xbox version around the corner, and they're all getting the integrated version with the DLC, which is cool. Play that on PS5, highly recommend it. Yuffie's awesome. And then you'll go into Rebirth next year, which both of y'all will be getting, or both platforms will be getting. Another amazing game. So right here it is. Pony, sit down. You guys are going to see why. Final Fantasy VII Remake series director Naoki Hamaguchi talks about Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate coming to Xbox and what fans can expect with the title joining Xbox Play Anywhere. I said the same thing with 16 as well. They couldn't handle it. I was letting them know that it's going to come because they were thinking, man, is 7 ever going to come to Xbox? Like, it is. Just be patient. Midgar comes to life on Series X, Xbox on PC, ROG, Xbox Ally, and Xbox Ally X this winter. What they're also doing is going to be interesting. We're going to get to that in a second. Are we ready though? But first, I think we got to do some pony checking. Some salt. Are we ready? 3 months ago, still waiting. This guy said. We're still waiting, right? A rumor. I don't think so. Square said it themselves. Remember when I said that 6 months ago? When they do come out, still don't believe it. Where and when did they say this specifically? Or more lies and fan fiction? PMP, what's going on? Huh? Oh yeah, this moment is here. You know, HGN is always being a seer and a prophet for people. You know, it only makes sense after Square stated neither game met goals on PS5, and I was telling people that. Square didn't say that. Where is the link? You Xbots. See, they've been calling me Xbots back then, right? Before all the other stuff happened. Be paraphrasing and adding things to statements, which I'm not offended because, you know, it's whatever. I'm still going to represent Xbox and back them up. They did say, why is it so hard to use Google? You want me to spell it out? What should you type in? Right? This is the funny part when Iron Beast told him that. Let's go down there. We're not done here, guys. This guy said 6 months ago, port beggars, am I right? Well, what's going on, man? Because Square Enix is not going to do something because people are begging. Certain people are not going to do something because they're begging. No, they're doing it because they want more money, too. Disgusting Microsoft. This is what somebody came and said 3 months later. They were like trying to mock, like, you know, because the Switch version got announced, but they didn't see Xbox. Then this guy called me a liar, right? Which is funny. Well, I don't even know if these people are going to be around, but this is just funny. This is why we had to focus and highlight some of this stuff. Yeah, man, what's going on? Where are you at? Yeah. Literally not what I was talking about. Whatever the hell that means. Here goes PMP. This is the funny part. Bro, no, they're not. Rumors have no substantiated proof. Keep hoping and coping another year. Though I have it on PlayStation Day 1 and I beat Rebirth. I've shown that when I showed my my Platinums. Funny, right? And I can play it on PC right now too if I want to. Another year. Or bots can just buy a PS5 to go with their imaginary 4090 PCs. I told you, this guy, he's been talking shit to me for a while. It's funny though, we always talk shit back though. But the thread gets very long. I have all platforms including the PS5, but any more money-headed game, I don't buy on PlayStation. It's mostly used for Netflix or Warframe. Sony isn't getting another penny. Oh yeah, he's been against them for a while. But yeah, it gets very interesting down here. But we're not going to go into that because that's not what this is about. But this was just to prove to y'all that a while ago, let's take a look at this video. Did pretty well. 3,300 views 6 months ago. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy 16 coming to Xbox in 2025. Sony wanted to keep it on PlayStation permanently. Square said that it wasn't working. What did I do that was wrong? You see what I mean? I was telling people the truth during those times. Now, are we ready to watch this new trailer? Because it's right here, y'all. Let's go. Y'all gonna enjoy this game.
Xbox ゲームファンの皆様、こんにちは。スクエアエニックスの浜口です。私がシリーズディレクターを務めるファイナルファンタジー7リメイクがいよいよ Xbox プラットフォームに登場します。
This is official PMP, and all y'all that were doubting and didn't say that, and this is the director himself behind it.
1作目となるファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードでは主人公のクラウドとその仲間たちが 世界を支配する神羅カンパニーや宿敵セフィロスと戦う姿が描かれます。鋼鉄の都市ミッドガルを舞台に繰り広げられる星を巡る壮大な物語をぜひその手で体験してみてください。さらに本作には忍びの少女ユフィを
I recommend y'all playing this because it'll make sense for
収録されている
Rebirth.
ので合わせて楽しんでいただけます。本作は Xbox Play Anywhere に
So this is where people were talking about Microsoft not getting this else. I'm like, dude, they pay for a lot of stuff. Microsoft gave them money for Play Anywhere to cover the costs, meaning that, I mean, I don't care. When games like this come to Xbox, to me, it's not about it selling a whole lot, but about people that didn't get the experience get to play it. As a gamer, I want other people to experience those games. I'm not looking for it to sell millions like that. No, no, no. That's why Microsoft gives them, like I said, they gave them the paycheck for Play Anywhere, and they got the game to get on their platform and pay them. So Square is fine, and they're going to get whatever people buy on top of that, and then they can give them a paycheck on a long term for Game Pass if they want to. You never know, so they can just establish that for their base. It's just about more people being able to play the game. It's not like somebody else developed it, so that's why that type of stuff to me doesn't make sense. Yeah, so more people get to play the game. Why is that bad?
対応していますので Xbox シリーズ X&S、Xbox on PC、さらに Xbox アライでもプレイ可能です。いつでも
So you kind of get the idea. They wanted all this done at the same time to get it out, so it took a little bit longer. And they were working on it. And Phil Spencer, I remember Phil Spencer meeting up with them a while ago too, getting that going. I said, yeah, that's gonna happen.
どこでもあなたのスタイルでファイナルファンタジー7の世界へ飛び込んでください。Xbox 版のファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードはこの冬に発売予定です。ウィッシュリストに登録してファイナルファンタジー7リメイクシリーズの新情報をお待ちください。それではダンケシェーン。
So we know winter starts December 21st. Either it's going to be right at the end of the year, right around Christmas, where they'll do it, or they'll drop it in January or something like that. You know what I mean? So that's cool. I'm happy for y'all. That you're going to be able to experience this. And I made it quite clear in this video, even if we go back, and that people can handle, which I think is funny. What's going on, everyone? So we got some interesting news here today, which I knew this was going to happen one day because I used to argue with certain fanboys back then, and they just didn't want to believe me. But this came from Nate the Hate, which we know he was spot on with the Nintendo Switch. So ever since, once again, he's right again. That's what I'm saying. This year, his source has been very reliable. So got to give the man credit. Instead, he's had a huge following build up, and now people are taking what he said serious. He says the new rumor suggests Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake will be announced for the Xbox Series X and S soon. So that's good for people that are only in the Xbox world that never got to experience those games. I beat them all already, and I got the platinum on 16. You know what I mean? I beat Rebirth last year as well too. Phenomenal game. Enjoyed that. 7 Remake's good too. You guys are going to love all of them. So that's what it's about. Just, the people getting experience. Let's just share that with you. Let you guys know what I was saying 6 months back then, almost 7, right? And I already had the experience. So I know what people are about to experience. And well, why would I say no, man? This guy is about to get this experience for this game. I can't wait to see, what you say when you got that experience. Because it's just a gamer experience, not like I don't want him getting that because I'm used to it being locked here. But it wasn't their game. They didn't develop it. So people got to let go of that identity and stop thinking of Sony when you think of Final Fantasy, when originally Nintendo was the first one to actually publish it and make it come into the world. Yeah, I know a lot of people are, man, you talking about Nintendo. Yeah, but I'm just telling the truth. Are we ready for this? This is for the PlayStation base. Final Fantasy 1 Wiki. This is some funny stuff, y'all. You ready? This is the first Final Fantasy ever on Nintendo. Right here. Right? They were the first ones to publish it. Then Square got rights later, but you see for NES and Game Boy, that's when it first came out. And it sold over 2 million copies. So at that time, Square was able to get into that range and start getting rich immediately. All these people grew up with Nintendo and they were successful. And then Sony money out of a lot of it. So when I tell people certain things, I'm like, dude, it started here, actually. They're the ones that actually publish it and they let them have it. They're cool like that. It's like Miyamoto made certain Pokemon aspects and let Game Freak run with it. People got to do their history research or research their history and figure out things. But That's how things work here. And you see, these guys are still there. Some of them, Ometsu, they've been there since day one. 1987, dude. Yeah, all you ponies. Ponies, sit down. So let me know what you guys think about this, all right? Peace out, y'all. Have a good day. Looking forward to Xbox players being able to play this. It's everywhere now.